All right, guys, it's Matt from Good News York, and I am very excited. You might have noticed this is not our place. This is a brand new place, a place you're very excited about. If you haven't figured out the logos or whatever, we are at the brand new Taco Bell Cantina. It's not even open yet. This is like a super exclusive. I gotta thank these guys. And before this special event, our man Mike was out today, so we brought in a ringer here, Mr. Syracuse. Alec is back with us to join us and learn all about this. But let's dive into what's really happening here. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us where we're at.
Great, thank you. So we're at the Manlius Cantina. My name is Jessica. I am working in the marketing department for Hospitality Syracuse. And Hospitality Syracuse is the local franchise organization that owns and operates the Taco Bells pretty much in all upstate New York. We're based right in Liverpool. The ownership team and the owners live right in the local area. I think a lot of people don't realize how local we are.
Yeah.
Even though we are in the Taco Bell brand, we're all based right here in Syracuse.
That's, something I was going to mention. I'm so glad you brought that up because we all see these, this is obviously a big national company, but the reality is it's really just local people who get to sell this national product.
Correct. Yep. So we, like I said, we work for Hospitality Syracuse, and the brand is our kind of governing factor, but we're all employees of Hospitality Syracuse.
That's great. How many restaurants, how many locations do you have altogether in your
group?
group?
So when this one opens, this will be our 113th location.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You must span a very wide area in New York here?
Yeah, we go all the way from Rochester to Albany, up to Watertown, all the way up to Messina, down to Ithaca, Elmira, Owego. And then we do have about 40 stores in Western Tennessee, which is another branch of our company.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Now, we are here at the Taco Bell Cantina, which that's not a thing I've seen anywhere else, right?
Correct. This is the Manlius Cantina, and Cantina is is an elevated brand for Taco Bell. The first Cantina opened several years ago out in California, where Taco Bell is headquartered, and it's to do a full different experience when you go to a Taco Bell. Yes, we have all your favorite Taco Bell food, but we also have lots of events. We're going to have music. We're going to have music bingo, trivia nights, some great holiday parties. And we have pretty much a full bar. So you can enjoy all your favorite Taco Bell food and come out and at an event and have an adult drink with it as well.
Usually you go to the bar and then you got to find the open Taco Bell afterwards, I think you've really
we've married the two.
Yeah, you really save people a lot of time and effort here. This is so neat, and so obviously, like you said, this is a very rare concept so far. Do you think that it's something that we'll see a lot more of?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, I hope so. Like I said, this is a first for our company, so this is a really big undertaking for our company. We're hoping once we get this one open and going that we'll see what the future brings.
Yeah. That's really neat. It seems like there's a lot of experiences that people are looking for, right? And we've always had the traditional restaurants and the food and the brand we love, but there's more to it, right?
Yes.
We got to get out of our house. We were talking a little bit beforehand on how after COVID, it seemed like people got a little comfortable with a lot of takeout and not necessarily going to the restaurants and things, and you're giving them a reason beyond the food to come here.
We hope so. Yeah, we hope so. Like I said, we're going to have some really amazing parties here. We're going to have Thanksgiving Eve or pre-Thanksgiving Eve, the night before Thanksgiving. It's a big night for everybody to go out. We're going to have a great party here. We're going to have some live entertainment. Some local radio DJs are going to be here. All that will be to be announced.
Wow.
We're going to have a jewelry making girl or a girl who does like the permanent jewelry is going to be here. A great party to come. And I wanted to mention, too, about this building that we're in. It's pretty unique. So as you probably know, this was an old Manlius fire department. Was opened in 1968.
Wow.
And actually ran as a fire department in 2017.
Wow.
And they closed in 2017 and built their new location. And this building has been empty since then. And so when we came to Manlius, we said, what are you doing with that building? And they're like, well, it's kind of just empty. And so we were able to acquire the building, keep all the original, the exposed brick
I love it.
and stuff, and these big windows, which are a nod to the fire department.
Yeah.
And really keep that feeling of reusing the building. And it's a huge footprint for us too. So
Yeah. It's I love you can see that. And those were obviously the doors where the trucks would be, right?
Yes, yep. Those are the old bay doors. Yep.
Guess it's fair to say we're sitting where the fire trucks would sit.
Yes.
Where they would be parked back in the day. What an incredible use of this space. And how's it being received so far by the people in Manlius? What are they thinking about this place?
Amazing. It's amazing. The support, everybody that we reached out to is so excited. You know, they can't wait for us to get open and be part of it and come in and see it. I think, you know, so welcoming, the community, and not just Manlius, everywhere in Syracuse, everyone I talk to, and they're like, when are you opening it? When's it going to happen? Like, can't wait to come, you know, and it's going to be, I think it's more of a destination experience to come out and enjoy it.
So with that question,
yes,
when can we expect to get our tacos and beer?
You know, that is the question. That's the question I get all day, every day.
Sure.
I can tell you it'll be before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Obviously, because we're having a Thanksgiving party, but I can't release a date quite yet. But if you visit our website at manliuscantina.com or follow us on any of our social media channels, Manlius Cantina, as soon as we confirm the date and we're ready to go, it will be blasted all through there, and everybody will know.
And I'm just guessing here, but anytime you have a project like this, usually there's some official things and stuff like that that's always up in the air. And I'm gonna guess maybe that's part of what's going on.
Yeah.
I got to talk about this cup that's in front of us. So I have seen this thing. Alec, tell me if you've ever seen this thing. Did you ever watch the show Bar Rescue, right? John Taffer, he's shown this thing where he puts it in the bar. They slam the cup down and it fills with beer.
Yes.
They have this here. But Jessica, if you could tell us, it goes beyond that. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
There's like a giveaway, a prize at the bottom.
So we have a really cool feature at our bar called Bottoms Up. So we'll have 5 beers on draft, including a local one, Prison City. And so how it works is you take one of these very unique cups, you put it down on this like magnet, and it pushes the magnet up and fills it from the bottom up. And then when you're done, you get to keep the magnet, and they're collectible, and there's a whole bunch of different designs. So it's kind of a guess of which one you're going to get. So hopefully, you know, people come out and like, oh, I didn't get the one I want. Let me order another beer.
That's it.
But it's really fun. It's a unique way to do it, and it's fun to watch them kind of fill from the bottom.
Are there magnets that are going to be more rare than others?
I don't know. I guess you'll have to come and see. That's a good question.
That's quite an opportunity. To me, it reminds me of the old, the prize at the bottom of the cereal box.
Yeah.
Except here you get beer.
You get beer.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that's a positive.
we also have, for those who are not beer lovers, we're going to have very unique twisted freezes. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are familiar with our Fruitisa freezes. We're going to have expanded flavors. So we're going to have 5 different flavors of freezes. And so you can get those topped with either a shot of tequila, rum, or vodka, your choice. So it makes the Boozy freezes, which are very good. And we're also going to carry a Mountain Dew. It's like a hard Mountain Dew in a can. So for those of you who want to try that. And we'll also have all your seltzers, your Trulies, your High Noons, a bunch of beer in cans and bottles and wine.
Wow. If you wouldn't mind, just a little behind the curtain, what is it like? Your organization has always run these traditional restaurants. Alcohol is a little bit of a different world, right?
Yes.
What's that been like for you guys to sort of adapt to that?
Well, it's a huge learning curve.
Yeah.
We're very lucky that our management team is phenomenal.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of training. We're going to have some of our senior management from like Rochester and Albany are going to come in to support the team as well. It's going to be a learning curve.
Yeah.
I guarantee there's going to be some pains a few opening day when we first open. We're expecting high volumes of traffic.
Yeah.
So I think, we're going to work through all that. You'll see myself and other of the senior team behind the bar doing our bottoms up and supporting the team here. So
that's great.
It'll be a big joint effort for the next few weeks.
Is there, obviously with the traditional items that comes from the national organization, the recipes and everything, do they provide as much guidance on the cantina on the kind of the bar side, or is it more kind of free to the local?
They provide guidelines.
Yeah.
Right. They say, here's what you can do and what you can't do, and then they kind of leave it up to us what we're going to carry. We want to make sure it's popular with with locals, and that's why we have the Prison City. And,
absolutely.
And we want to make sure that we're matching local tastes. So yeah, they leave that up to us.
That's great.
So Taco Bell being such a large brand, even though you guys are local, what was the inspiration to make an experience-based location?
Yeah, so this is something. So when the Cantina concept rolled out a few years ago for Taco Bell, it's something that's always been kind of on our radar. And I think what happened was when we saw this location, this old Firehouse, and then in Manlius, which is such a great community, we were like, wait, this might be the best opportunity to, if we're going to do a cantina, let's do a cantina in this old Firehouse.
Yeah.
And really give it some personality. So I think it all kind of worked together and came together, and we were like, yep, let's do it.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Alec, what's your favorite Taco Bell menu item?
Oh, Crunchwrap.
Yeah.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
It's a classic.
Big old
Awesome.
Baja Blast or freeze, depending on the day.
Yeah.
But, I'm really excited for an experience here
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
even though it's, national or whatever you want to call it, it's local.
It is. It
It's
is.
super local.
Super local.
You know,
I mean, the owners literally live in Syracuse. So,
Yep.
I say that over and over again.
Yeah.
It's something I think people really struggle with because, I mean, the company started back in the 80s with one guy who bought one Taco Bell, who mortgaged his house, and his parents mortgaged their house.
Wow.
And, to get into it, and it was like, and then he got a second one, and then a third one, and now we're at 113, and that's that's like the American dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the owner of the company now, Matt, he lives in Baldwinsville. He started when he was a 16 as a team member at a store in Albany,
Wow.
and just continued to work his way up, and was offered a partnership in the company 10 years ago, and now he's a partner in this amazing company. So, and it's really cool because, and I might be biased because I've been around in hospitality over 20 years. But this company is so cool, so unique. A lot of our senior management team started like that. Started
Wow.
as team members and just continue to grow and grow. And,
That makes a
really cool.
difference. I remember when I was a kid working, one of my first jobs as a teenager, working at a fast food place. And we used to joke about that, going, as a CEO, he's never learned how to make this.
Oh, no.
Do they know how to do that? And clearly they do here. And
yes.
that's huge.
And he'll jump on the line, and he'll be here opening day. You'll see him. He'll
I love
look
it.
very stressed and might be sweating a little bit, but he'll be running
But
around.
that's real.
Yes,
That's a real
hands-on.
in-it owner. And I
Yeah.
love to hear that.
Yeah.
To speak to some of the experiences and things, if folks don't necessarily realize, we're actually sort of sitting on a stage right now.
Yes.
And the idea there is you're going to have all kinds of live musical acts and all kinds of things,
live
right?
music. So our events calendar just went live this morning on manliuscantina.com.
Wow.
We have some amazing people booked. Kaylee Hale. I knew I was going to forget it as soon as you asked me all the names. Mark Nini, I think you pronounce it. Chris Wheel from the Wheel. He does magic.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, Right Mind Syracuse has events booked.
Awesome.
We have trivia. We just went with the trivia guide today. The first one will be on December 8th. It was just a Monday. And then we have music bingo.
Wow.
Another gentleman, his name is Bobby Pace. He'll be out doing music bingo on Thursday nights.
Wow.
Friday and Saturdays we'll have live music. So definitely check out the events calendar. And
That's awesome.
And we'll be updating it constantly.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You got some outdoor space. You've
Yes.
got some big area where you'll be able to have these events. Just about how many folks will this hold altogether? Do you know?
Yeah, we can see between 80 and 90
Wow.
seats.
Wow.
And then, that doesn't include the standing room, too. So when it's full, it's going to be really full. And that doesn't include the patio either. And speaking of the patio, you mentioned, obviously, we're opening in Syracuse in November.
Sure.
But in the summer,
Yeah.
we'll have like cornhole and yard games and stuff
Oh, cool.
outside. So that'll be something to look forward to in the warmer months.
That's phenomenal.
So I don't know if we touched on this, but is there, and you might not be able to release this yet, but is there going to be different menu items that are a little bit, higher end
Yeah.
cantina version compared to the regular Taco Bell?
That's a great question. No, all the menu, the actual Taco Bell menu is going to be exactly as it is at every other one. So you're going to be able to come in and order whatever your normal favorite menu items are.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I just also wanted to point out, too, is that we're still hiring. If you want a job, we hire at 16, all the way up. We're looking for all shifts here in the Manlius Cantina, and actually all of our Taco Bells, but especially here to get us up and running. We have amazing benefits. We have an amazing scholarship program called the Live
Wow.
Mod Scholarship Program. Last year, with our franchise organization alone, we had 19 employees win it. It's a national scholarship for employees,
Wow.
but we had 19 of our own. I think it was over $230,000 they won. You can win between $5,000 and $25,000 a year for
Wow.
4 years. We had employees who just graduated after winning it for 4 years. She won $10,000 a year. and graduated college with no debt because of that. And we have,
That's incredible.
it's really incredible. And the scholarship itself is based on what your passion. It's not based on financial need or sports or GPAs. It's based on, you have to answer 3 questions, and it's like, okay, what are your passions? And then that's how they choose
Wow.
it. And it's really cool.
That's
awesome.
incredible.
Yeah.
That's
And
incredible.
one other thing, if you don't mind me mentioning,
No,
is
please.
our charity record is the Boys and Girls Club. So when you go through the drive-thru and they ask you to round up, that's where the money is going, and that all goes back to the Syracuse area Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, that's great.
This past year, we were donated over $90,000 to the Boys and Girls Club. We were the largest donator sponsor this past year. And I'm
And
sure
is that all from the rounding up?
yeah, that's all for rounding up in
So
the
that's
Taco Bell.
that's all the change that you don't even want back.
Right.
You know,
Especially now you
like,
can
I don't
get
want these
pennies, right?
coins. Like, come on, you
No
throw
more
them in the car,
pennies.
they bounce around. They can go to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, and it all stays local.
That's incredible.
And that's just in Syracuse. Out of all of our different markets, it was over $700,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, a quick question about the drive-thru. How are you guys going to handle alcoholic beverages with the drive-thru?
That's a great question. You cannot order an alcoholic beverage in the drive-thru. Just like any other bar, any alcoholic beverage you order has to be consumed here in the restaurant. So you can't take it to go or through the drive-thru.
You can go down south and they have the drive-through battery stands.
Those are cool, right?
They get away with that by handing you the drink and the straw separately. And that's their loophole is they don't put the straw in the cup. So they're not giving it to you to drink. It's to take home, of course.
Got it.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But that is a great question.
Yeah, no, because I feel like there's probably going to be there might be a few people, hey, I just came for a drink through the drive-thru, and then you got to send them home because they don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure people are going to ask, but I think most people understand that, that's New York State law. It's not our
Right.
law.
Yeah.
Right. So you come on in and sit down and have a drink and be safe and make sure you get that Uber home.
I think you mentioned earlier you'll likely be available on some of the delivery things as
Yes.
well for people in the area too.
Yep. So DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats will all be our partners. So anybody who wants to order from delivery can definitely do that through their apps. But I'm going to give you a little insider tip.
Okay.
If you download the Taco Bell app,
Oh,
you can order through the Taco Bell app for delivery, and you won't get charged the up charges that the delivery partners charge on the menu items.
gotcha.
But it's still delivered by DoorDash.
I see.
So a little tip there.
That is
Make
a
sure
great
you
tip.
download the Taco Bell app and order through the app, and you get more discounts.
This is not a planned plug, but I have done that myself, and I will tell you, there's also some like coupons and
That's the
deals you'll
thing.
find in that you don't find in the regular app. So
Very cool.
don't overpay for your tacos, folks.
Yeah. Use the app. And I think we could tag that on anything really says. Use the app.
Yeah. I love that. Alec, as a guy in real estate, when you see a place like this, a project like this, how do you feel that has the impact, as you're selling these other properties and things in Manlius that are for lease? Does this help you?
Well, this to me is very heartwarming. The story of the building, I love it. Going to an old fire station, being able to see the structure of the building still here,
Yeah.
and keeping that character. It's awesome. I mean, you even got the exposed brick. It's great, and it's super exciting to see a company getting so involved with the community because you don't see, local. You only see really local businesses doing that.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to something like a Taco Bell, it's awesome to see, live music, stuff like that. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. And obviously at Hospitality Syracuse, if you go to our website, which is hrgfood.com, you'll see how much we really are involved in our communities. Like there's a Little League field behind us. Last year when we knew we were coming, we did a big sponsorship with them. We met with the town of Manlius Recreation Department yesterday.
Wow.
We're going to be involved with their parade, their Swan Fest, all kinds of things
That's so
locally. So yeah, we
I
try
love
to get
it.
involved as much as we can.
Jessica, this is just the coolest place.
It's so cool.
In Manlius. No knock to anything else in Manlius.
Right.
Except the Swans. The Swans.
The Swans are so cool.
They're the kings of this place. Thank you so much for showing us and taking the time. I know you're in the middle of, this is probably the busiest time other than when you open, trying to get ready to open.
Yeah, you can probably hear all the construction in the background. We still got people installing our Frutista machines. We got electricians here. We got all kinds of people here working today.
Hey, that's how it goes. And I love that you're pulling out all the stops to get this place going. So
Yeah.
I got one last question
Sure.
for you. How did the zoning work with converting this from a fire station to, a food
Yeah,
food space?
that is a great question. So I don't really know all the details of that. It's not really my wheelhouse, but I will say that the town was fantastic to work with. From the time that we presented the concept of the cantina and through the whole zoning and permitting process, it was a breeze, and they were on board and made it happen for us.
That's awesome. We know that towns can be
Yeah.
pretty tough. So
Some towns are.
Yep.
We did not encounter that here. So
That's
excellent.
wonderful. A welcoming community is night and day difference
It
for
is.
the success of any place.
it is. Yep.
It's glad to have it. What a beautiful place, and you've made it look absolutely gorgeous. We'll cut to some shots from the outside so folks can see if they haven't already. But
Yeah.
and also you're not going to be able to miss it. You are just a hair off the main street,
Yep.
but you can see it from the main street. I don't think anybody's going to have any trouble finding you.
Yep.
Ample parking. It's just you're doing everything right.
You know what? I did want to mention something really quick.
Sure.
So the cantina concept, while not new to the brand, new to us, we are the very first cantina in the U.S. that has a drive-through.
What?
Wow.
So second one. So it's new. It's just a new concept in general. They have a drive-through. A lot of the cantinas are like in beach communities or college communities where it's more of a
Gotcha.
walking thing. So for us to have a drive-through
Yeah.
is super cool for the cantina.
I love it. I love it. Jessica, thank you so much. Alec,
Yeah,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much for joining us as well, buddy. It's great to have you in.
Absolutely.
And show this awesome place off. We're going to have, if you're staying tuned, we've got a bunch of different clips of this place. So if you watch this interview and you like it, stay tuned to our other socials. Follow Alec on all of his as well. He'll have some different ones from all different angles. And this is just awesome. And we
Thank
will
you.
be back when the events happen as well. Because
Yes, we will definitely come for opening day.
I gotta get my magnet and my burrito and everything all in one spot. I love this. This is so cool. I just want to play with this all day long.
Well, you could take that home with you.
I will.
Now that you touched it.
See, here's the problem. I feel like I'm gonna get one of these drinks and I'm gonna start playing with it while I got the
it's
beer
really
in the cup.
funny. I'm going to show you something. My coworker here, Danielle, went to get something. So Bottoms Up, obviously, is a national. They do it all over. So they gave us these really cool little signs to put out, and I'm going to show you this sign because you know people are going to do it, especially
Yeah.
if they've had it after they've had a couple. But here's the signs that we get to put out.
Oh dear.
It says, "If you poke, you'll get soaked." Okay, so don't poke the magnet on the bottom unless you want your beer all over your lap.
Yeah.
So we'll have those signs, but I'm still sure it will happen.
I
but-
mean, somebody will only do that once,
yeah.
right? Maybe. I don't know. This is great. The Manlius Cantina, Taco Bell, Alec, Jessica, I'm Matt, Danny. Intern Truman's back there having the absolute time of his life. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
thank you.